What is up, guys? Team Yugi Feels here with another deck profile. And yesterday I went to my locals and we had a New York Comic-Con mat tournament. First and second would get a mat, and as you can tell, I clearly made it into first or second. The other guy who got the mat, me and him technically tied for first. We were both 3 wins, 0 losses, and then me and him drew against each other. So technically we were both first place, but one of us was considered quote-unquote second. I was considered quote-unquote second, even though me and him had the 2 best records. And I know what you're thinking, I probably played Salamangreat, right? Well, no, I didn't play Salamangreat. I played something a little bit different, and I just was bored of Salamangreat, seeing I've been playing it nonstop for like the last month and a half. But let me show you what I played. Everyone's going to be like, oh man, we can't stand that you're playing this deck. But I think it's kind of funny. Because I really didn't even have to try. This is my first time ever playing the deck in a tournament. I literally picked it up the day before and just started playing it. So we played Draco. So 3 Ignis, 1 Majesty, and 1 Dynamite. I didn't feel like playing 2. This was necessary. It just never... I actually never summoned it yesterday and never wanted to. 3 Inspector Border. This is just a disgusting win condition. Like, you just win so many games off of having this card. I won at least 4 games with this card alone. It was crazy. That's it for the monsters, though. So on to the spells. Technically, 4 field spell. That's pretty standard. 3 and 3. This is fairly standard too. Nothing really out of the ordinary there. 3 of the best card. I opened this with Inspector Border at least 3 times yesterday, and nobody liked it. Except for myself, of course. I loved it. But yeah, this card's really good. 2 Duality and 1 Upstart. So this is one of the few decks that I don't like to play Potted Desires in, and I know a lot of people are going to be salty about that because, like, Desires is a draw too. My reasoning behind it is just because we have a low monster count. I don't want to banish a single monster, but I know with my luck with Desires that I would end up banishing monsters in this. If I were to play a Desires, I'd play 1 of it, to be honest, if I were to, but I'm not. But if I were to play it, I'd just play 1. That's it for the spells, though. We'll move on to the traps. The standard 4, nothing out of the ordinary here. That's pretty basic. 3 of one of the best cards in the deck. There were so many games where I was able to end on a True Draco, an Inspector Border, and this card set, and my opponent just couldn't play. There's no way of playing through that. Then I played actually a good amount of traps. 3 Crackdown. This came up fairly often, so I actually played an extra deck, which I thought was different because some people just play Monarchs Erupt. But I didn't want to play that card. I wanted to have other options. That way I can, like, do things, which I thought was important. So Crackdown was pretty solid. I played 3 Summon Limit. I also found that Summon Limit was awesome. It just completely cuts your opponent off from playing. And to be honest, you don't need to ever summon more than once per turn for the most part. Sometimes twice if you're going for that extra heritage draw. But outside of that, you really don't need to be summoning excessively in a turn. And then 3 Judgment. It's pretty self-explanatory here. Opponent can't out anything because of that card. Moving on to the extra deck, seeing I actually played 1. We played 1 Hida. I don't think I summoned it once. 1 Cerberus. I did not summon it once. 1 Phoenix. I think I summoned it once and only once. 1 Unicorn. I did not summon it. Palmer, I did not summon it. Appaloosa, I'll take a wild guess. Yeah, I didn't summon that one either. Didn't summon Avermax, and didn't summon Boral Sword. I think I summoned Nightmare Phoenix once, and that was it. It was either Phoenix or Hida, I can't quite remember. I summoned one of them once, and other than that, I didn't summon any of the Link monsters that I have in there. Then we have some cool stuff. So these are super poly targets. We played 1 Mudragon, 1 Chimera, 1 Draxtapelia, 1 name that I cannot pronounce, 1 Starving Venom, and 1 Titan. These were all super poly targets, and like I drew in a super poly multiple times, but I would normal summon Inspector Border, and literally my opponent scooped like almost every single time, and I didn't even have to use a super poly. So yeah, these cards are really good to have. I just never had a point where I needed them. And then 1 Dinkersu, for if I steal something with Crackdown, I can just overlay it and make the Dinkersu. That's pretty self-explanatory, though. Moving on to the side deck, we played 2 Nibiru. I never resolved this card, but that's okay. I didn't think it was necessary at any point. 1 Scythe with the 3 Sanctum. No Lancia. I didn't think it was needed, personally. Especially with Inspector Border. Like, it just wasn't needed. 3 Evenlies. I might change these out for Dark Ruler No Morse. Because I put the deck together last minute, and I completely forgot Thunder was even a thing because of how irrelevant it currently is. 2 Anti-Spell and 1 Imperial Order. I cited these in a couple times and never saw them, but that's okay. It wasn't necessary anyways. Then the 3 Super Poly for, of course, my lovely extra deck there. But yeah, that's my deck profile from locals. I believe there was 16 players, and we had 4 rounds. We were like just on the cusp of making 5 rounds, but we needed 1 more person. But 4 rounds, I ended up going 3 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw, tying for first place, and winning this lovely mat. I also ended up winning the raffle that we had to get one of those nice Konami duffel bags, and I traded it to one of my friends for some cards because he needed a new bag. But I walked away with some nice stuff. I also got 2 OTS and 2 Chaos Impact out of it as well. So for $10 entry, I definitely made my money's worth and had a good time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment sections down below. And of course, don't forget to smash that subscribe button so I can put more content out in the near future. This is Team Yugi Fails signing out.